So, hello and good morning, Glen, my man. Welcome back to your check-in. And it is kind of the first time that there is a little bit of a struggle with you, right? So, before that, right before the incident, everything was running so smoothly. The wave was coming down like rapidly. Training was going well. So it's kind of the first time that we are running into somewhat of challenges here. But I don't think that these are like big challenges, but they are things that we need to overcome, right? So yeah, let's dive straight into things. Let's talk about nutrition first, and then move forward to training afterwards. So in regards to the nutrition, so last week the weight was kind of stagnant the entire time, and then by the end of the week we actually dropped a lot. So I would assume that due to still maybe the after effects of traveling and stress, the weight was just like hovering around 20 or 241.2, and it didn't really budge. And now all of a sudden it came down by 5 pounds to 236.8. And ever since then we stuck there, and now it got up to 238.0. But I think that this is way more reflective of where you're at the moment instead of something like 241.2, right? So that being said, I don't think that we need to make any kind of major adjustments to your nutrition. I think that what you brought up in regards to the intermittent fasting, even if it was unintentional, maybe just try to incorporate that as well. Or again, I think in a cutting phase, it is absolutely a feasible approach to do so. I'm someone who doesn't like to eat in the morning as well. I'm very much not that hungry in the morning, and I could go on for a long time without eating something. So I have my first meal with my family, which is still quite early in the morning, but I get up at 5 in the morning. We are eating like breakfast at 7:30, 8 or so. So like, yeah, 2 to 3 hours after waking up, right? And I was already training and all that kind of stuff. Without training, I could go on like forever probably. So that being said, maybe because you know that it worked for you in the past, maybe let's try to incorporate that again so that things are just a little bit more convenient and easier for you to hit throughout the day when it comes to the nutrition. So yeah, go ahead and do that. Other than that, in regards to the upcoming time, because I know Thanksgiving is around, then Christmas holidays, all these kind of events. So what I would like you to do is I give you somewhat of an option. And that is when we are eating like the normal deficit and there is an event coming up and you want to participate with a little bit more freedom. I would just say, okay, go with 200 plus protein as a minimum. Carbs, go by feel. Fats, try to cap it at 90 grams and then a total amount of 3,000 calories. So of course this won't be accurate, right? But I want you to go in there and make mindful decisions. You go in there at Christmas, as at Thanksgiving, there is a lot of meat as well. Meat contains a lot of protein, and there will probably be also a lot of vegetables along with that, right? So make some mindful decisions when it comes to these things and try to kind of estimate these things. You could even go into MyFitnessPal and just look up generic entries of something like, I don't know, turkey, normal vegetables, put them in so that you have somewhat of a guidance and somewhat to orient yourself at. So, but this is something optional I wanted to give you so that you, when there is an event coming up and you want to make use of those calories, go ahead and do so, right? But all I can ask for in this situation, be mindful about those situations. Other than that, in regards to the training, I think the training is going very well at the moment, especially when you were saying like, okay, this is how it feels like. This is in regards to, for example, the penny rows. When you have the feeling that you're getting a little bit sloppy towards the end, yeah, go ahead, adjust it, or try to do the same way next week with a better technique and execution. This is progression in it for itself as well, right? Improvements on the technique up to the point where you can then say for certain that your technique is like solid all the time. And from there on, you can then try to incorporate things such as more volume, more intensity, yada, yada, yada. So that being said, other than that, in regards to the reverse flies, right? So right now, as far as I understand it, you're doing it with dumbbells, right? So what I would like you to try for the next time is give it a try with a machine. I don't know if you have like a machine, like on that reverse pack deck machine, right? Where you're sitting, where you have the pad on your shoulder, on your chest, and then you're doing those. Because sometimes it's so much easier to do it with a machine because of the stability aspect being away, where you just or can concentrate on trying to hit the delts. Maybe it works better for your shoulder as well. So just give it a try, see whether it works or not. Other than that, what else do we have? Let me just quickly check my notes. No, nothing else. I would just say like, okay, let's try to get back into the groove of things, because so far you've come such a long way, right? And we are by far not finished with everything, right? And right now I can see that this small interruption in the middle was kind of causing a little bit of distress and a loss of focus. But now it's just about, okay, let's try to get into the groove of things again. Let's try to get back into the routine that we had been going on before that. And then I think it should go well once again. It's just finding that groove again where the habits are in check, all right? So yeah, Glenn, I'll leave it here. Wish you a pleasant week, and I guess I'll speak to you next week.